NHL review, October 14th, 2018. Now, there are 3 games on today. Let's start with New Jersey beating San Jose. The Devils beating the San Jose Sharks 3-2 in Jersey. For the Devils, Kyle Palmieri is hot. He scored 2 goals again. Devils have played 3 games. He's scored 2 goals in each of them. 6 altogether. Watch out. See how long you keep that up for. Tyler Hall had 2 assists. Jean-Sebastien Day had the game-winning goal, his second overall this season. And Kincaid saved 37 of 39 shots for Jersey. They are now 3-0-0 with 6 points. For the Sharks, Pavelski and Timo Meier had the 2 goals. Both of them had their that was a 3rd goal for both of them this year. Martin Jones saved 33 of 36 shots. The Sharks are now 2-3-1 and have 5 points. They're off to a little bit of a slow start here. The Sharks seem to carry the play for a lot of this game. I was watching most of it until we had a blackout here in town, and I lost it, I think, just at the beginning of the 3rd period. But I seem to be slightly tilted in the Sharks' favor. So, in any case, San Jose was up 2-1 going into the 3rd. And they are now first in the NHL with 12 goals against in the 3rd period. So they got to figure something out there. They got to get their system straight. Next game, we have Anaheim 3-2 over St. Louis Blues. In St. Louis, Silverberg had a goal for his 3rd of the season. Ben Street had a goal for his 2nd of the season. And, yeah, I know. Who's Ben Street? That's what I said, right? The Ducks picked him up as a free agent, as a UFA from the AHL Grand Rapids. He's 31 years old, 5'11", 200 pounds. He's a centerman, and he had 65 points in 73 games in the AHL last season. And because of Getzlaf being hurt, he steps in there, and he's been doing well so far in the depth center spot. Cogliano scored the other goal for the Ducks, his 1st of the season, which was on the power play, which they went 1-for-2 on. Ryan Miller, the backup, played for the Ducks. He saved 29 of 31 shots. And they're now 4-1-1 with 9 points in the season. With so many players injured, like Getzlaf and Perry, who's out for a while, and Casse and Nick Ritchie, who's still holding out as RFA to sign a new deal. It's surprising, the kids are stepping up, and these kind of unknown veterans, and they're doing this well. So let's see how long they can keep that up for. And Ryan Kessler is playing with a new hip too, and he looked okay out there. He was mixing it up a little bit. For the St. Louis Blues, Steen had a goal, his 2nd of the season. Tyler Bozak had his 1st goal for the St. Louis Blues on the power play, where they went 1-for-3. Of course, Tyler Bozak was signed as a UFA. He played for the Toronto Maple Leafs for the past 9 seasons. Chad Johnson, their goalie, saved 28 of 31 shots, and I wouldn't really fault him in any of those goals. I think he had a good game. The Blues are now 1-2-2 with only 4 points. They had at least 3 key players move in and move out in the offseason, so maybe we'll give them a little bit of a break, but they need to get their system in order as well. Now, like San Jose, St. Louis was up 2-1 going into the 3rd. I saw most of this game, and St. Louis kind of took over after, midway through the 1st period on. And Anaheim just came out of nowhere with these goals. When you're hot, you're hot. But St. Louis was up 2-1 going into the 3rd, as I mentioned, and they're now tied for 3rd in the NHL for most goals allowed in the 3rd period. Next game up, the Winnipeg Jets 3-1 over the Carolina Hurricanes. Laine scored for his second of the season, which was on the power play, which the Jets were 1 for 2 on. Little scored as well, his first of the season. Kyle Connor scored again for his 4th goal in the season. He had, 30 last year, and he was a rookie. This is his sophomore season. Backup Brossois had 42 of 43 saves. Not too shabby. I guess the Winnipeg Jets might not have a backup goalie problem. They're now 3-2-0 with 6 game points. And moving on to Carolina stats here. Michael Furland had a goal tonight, his 3rd of the season for the Hurricanes. He came over in that mega deal with Hamilton in exchange for Hanifin and Lindholm, who and there's another player part of that deal, who went to the Calgary Flames. And he's really doing well alongside on their first line alongside Aho right now. He's really brought a lot of energy to that line and pep. So Peter Mrazek made 23 saves on 25 shots, and the Canes are now 4-1-1 with 9 points. That was their first regular season loss. They're surprising a lot of people coming out of the gate as well. So prepare yourselves. And in this game, all goals were scored in the 3rd period. I missed this game, unfortunately. It was playing at the same time as this one, but I'll be catching the next one. In the news, Florida Panthers D-man Matheson is to have a hearing for his hit on Vancouver Canucks Peterson, on their rookie star Peterson, who in 5 games so far had 8 points. 5 of them being goals. Now, I don't know if you saw the play. Peterson kind of deked out Matthews. It was in Florida. Deked out Matheson in the corner. He kind of made him look a little silly. And you could just tell the whole thing was premeditated because he just watched him go around the net and he just targeted him. So he hit him, which was fine. But then he sort of picked him up and like a wrestler just slammed him down on the ice. And I'm pretty sure he hit his head because he tried to get up and he fell back down. Looks like he might have a concussion. We'll see. There's no official news on that. He says because I think it was yesterday, he feels better after sleeping on it for a night. Whatever that means. We'll find out more later. More news. Two players were placed on waivers. One, a defenseman named Alec Biega from the Vancouver Canucks, and forward Marco Dano of the Winnipeg Jets. Next up, Justin Schultz of the Pittsburgh Penguins, defenseman Justin Schultz. And I believe it was yesterday's game against the Montreal Canadiens. Him and Plekanec were in the corner. He hit him awkwardly. Justin Schultz fell back with Plekanec on him, and his leg just bent the wrong way. It looks ugly if you see it. If you see the replay. And he's in a walking boot and crutches right now. There's no update on how long he's going to be out yet. I'm not sure Pittsburgh can afford to take a hit on their D like that. Will Rutherford do anything? We'll see. Tomorrow's games for Monday, October 15th, we have the Los Angeles Kings versus the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Detroit Red Wings versus the Montreal Canadiens, the Dallas Stars versus the Ottawa Senators, and the Minnesota Wild versus the Nashville Predators. That's it, and that's all. Please hit that like button if you like this video. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you know any Hockey Geek friends, please don't feel shy about sharing. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you soon.